But Jim, on the topic of houses and WWE Raw, last night as we are recording, at least one big angle, I guess you could say, if we call that an angle. And what are your thoughts on Raw?
Well, again, they were in Springfield, Massachusetts, by the way, not John Cena's hometown, but home state, so close enough. And I assume that's the old building they used to have there in Springfield. It looked like it. They had no stage, small aisle, full house, people just jammed in. And I did wonder, Brian, how did we ever do TV shows without drones? Back in the day, how did we do a show without a drone?
Back then, the drones were the announcers.
We would just drone on. I remember we had to call the Chamber of Commerce in Knoxville to get an aerial shot of fucking Knoxville for our Night of Legends fucking build. But never that. Maybe that's why the shows didn't last 3 hours though, because we didn't have the drone footage. But they brought out Cena for it was a 20-minute interview, and it was the best 20 minutes pretty much of the program. And again, I can't believe they wasted all that time making him a heel. He got a big pop. He got the Cena chance. He speaks to the people. He's an incredible speaker. His history in Springfield, his old football teammates were there. And, you know, he got into Brock Lesnar and their rivalry. And when they started chanting, "Fuck you, Lesnar," he shut it down by saying, "Netflix, they're saying talk to Lesnar. And that's what I'm about to do." Because that way it wouldn't fuck up the audio when they were trying to, you know, when he's trying to do a promo. So he was so smart. He had him, and they changed it to "whoop his ass, whoop his ass."
Why do they have those issues on Netflix? I understand it on broadcast or even basic cable. But why would they have those issues with that to bleep the audience on Netflix?
I don't know. And I don't know why the TBS has quit trying, while at the same time, USA and Netflix are still doing it. And even if it's USA because of it's still cable and, you know, whatever, Netflix shows a variety of shows at all day parts that contain the word fuck, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Nevertheless, we'll never know until somebody tells us. But Cena did a great babyface promo. And he starts them slow and he takes them on the ride. And then finally he fires up and he gives them the big one and the hustle and loyalty and respect. And the fans were with it every bit of the way. And am I afraid of Brock? Yes. Can I fail? Yes. But will I give up? Hell no. And a big plug for Saturday. You want some? Come get some. Masterful babyface promo. But I'm just wondering if the people in Springfield might have thought they were going to get more out of the last time they ever see Cena than him come out and talk to him 15 minutes. And that was it. And now he's gone.
Blame Springfield. They should have paid more money to WWE for more of the show than they were getting.
What do you think now when they get the next big crowd in? Are they going to, before they start the show, looky here. We've decided we're only going to give you half of it tonight. But if y'all come up with another $20 a head, we'll give you the whole thing right now. Get in your pocket.
We have a brand new late arrival program. You pay us a few extra $100 and we'll give you any one seat in the house you want. And then they could pay to come back in. Everything's a money grab, but fans were so into him it made it work for me. It would have been maybe a little cheesy or something at times, but those fans, his hometown fans, were as into him as any fan base we've seen for the last year, I think.
And that's, again, they have got, and we are jaded, Brian, because we've been around for so long and seen so much stuff, good, bad, and indifferent. And a lot of the folks that listen to our shows, we've seen some real wrestling, you know, so yes, but they have an audience that will pay these ridiculous prices to come to these TV shows where they sit through the commercial breaks and the interminable entrances and whatever to see the stars in person, even if they're not wrestling on a wrestling show. And they don't. I mean, we
That's
didn't
what it
used to have
is.
the.
It's like an old charity show. Come have a night with the stars. We'll be in town. Doesn't say they're going to do anything. They're not going to be in a movie that night.
And that's the thing is that we didn't always have The Undertaker or Steve Austin or whatever on Raw when we wrote Raw, but we had dark matches where you could advertise to the people, yes, Steve Austin will be wrestling so-and-so. Now they don't even do that. They just come see the stars.
So what do you think of this last week leading into the pay-per-view WrestlePalooza? The build for Cena versus Brock. Brock had a confrontation with Ron Cena, and Cena did this promo. What do you think?
It would the promo by Cena was fine in a vacuum when you're and really again it's the last match ever between Cena and Brock, so they know it's made anyway. Why overextend yourself? Do anything that's unnecessary. But instead of Brock playing with Ron Cena, I would have rather he just took 3 minutes and told us something about why he did what he did when he did it and what he's going to do on Saturday. I decided I had enough. I had all I could stand. I can't stand no more because you said or did this, Cena, and I'm going to be remembered as the all-time greatest. So I came out here and dropped you on your head. Any motivation that he had or what his purpose is on Saturday besides having the last match ever he's going to have with, you see what I'm saying? There's no fill in the blank as far as why Brock returned past he's going to beat up Cena and why he returned at that particular moment past they gave him a new contract and a bunch of money. They've missed the story. They're telling the story. They've been a rivalry for 25 years. What instigated the final chapter?
Do you think we see The Rock and Cena together on WWE TV before Cena's retirement? The new skinnier Rock?
Only if The Rock feels like he needs publicity out of something.
You think it's best to just avoid the whole thing and pretend it didn't happen otherwise?
Well, yes, because they already are. And that's what I'm thinking is that the only way that they would show Rock and Cena together at this point is if Rock came in and made them. Why else would you do it? Because obviously all the fans wanted to forget about it as quickly as they could, because they did as soon as John came out. I said, you know what? Never mind. Okay. So why would you bring it back up? It's like, hey, honey, I fucked around on you with a goddamn, a Brazilian hooker last week. What'd you say, dear? Never mind, nothing.
Why Brazil? Where did Brazil get implicated in this whole thing?
Well, they've got good wax down there.
I guess so.